Right, guys, there's something about these stories that keep coming up, and I think they're trying to prep us somehow to make us see that it's just so easy to do this. Because, as I've said in my previous video, I've made a video about this before, and I will put it at the end of this one. I travel a lot to the US, right? And I'm telling you, the security is tight. There's no way you'd be able to run past someone or walk past or get into another line where you're then able to get into the plane. Okay, even when you're getting into the plane, you've got your ticket, they ask you where you're sitting. Right up until the point where you're getting onto that little walkway to get onto the plane, you've had to show ID. Okay, so they're trying to make us think that this is so easy to do, because I think they might be trying to prep people's mind for a false flag to do with to planes again. So I just want to read you this story. US aeroplane stowaway attempts fresh escape to Canada. A stowaway who allegedly flew from New York to Paris without a ticket last month has been arrested again for trying to escape by bus from the US to Canada. Svetlana Dali made the attempt after cutting off an ankle monitor that she had been given to wear. Now, guys, I don't know much about ankle monitors. If you know anything about ankle monitors, how easy would that be, or hard would it be to cut one of those off? Right? So the US media reported a New York court mandated that she wear the monitor after allegedly flying on a Delta Airlines flight from New York JFK International Airport to Paris Charles de Gaulle Airport without a boarding pass. I'm telling you now, that is impossible. During a court hearing, she was ordered not to leave Philadelphia unless she was going to New York for meetings regarding her trial. She was arrested in Buffalo, New York on Monday and is due to appear in court on Tuesday afternoon. Ms. Dali surprised many when she snuck onto a flight without a boarding pass. She used listen to this, yeah? She used a special lane for airline employees to get into the security line without a boarding pass, a complaint filed in New York court alleged. Oh my God, it's just ridiculous. She blended in with a large Air Europa flight crew and, despite not having a ticket, was screened by Transportation Security TSA agents. Right, so when she's in this queue with all of these people she's supposed to be working with, yeah, none of them recognised her, none of them said anything. So what happened there? The 57-year-old, a Russian national and US permanent resident, slipped past Delta Airline agents who were helping other passengers at the gate. So I thought she was in the queue with the staff getting on. So which is it? Is she in the line with the staff and she's managed to get through? Or has she, as it says here, gone through with the other passengers because they were busy? The 57-year-old, a Russian national, US permanent resident, slipped past Delta Airline agents who were helping other passengers at the gate. So how does that make sense when we've already been told in this same piece that she snuck into the line with other members of staff? Which is it? While on board, she reportedly, I've missed a piece out. Ms. Dali then boarded the plane and was later arrested in Paris when the flight landed, after the Delta crew discovered she did not have a ticket. While on board, she reportedly moved from one toilet to another and never took a seat until flight attendants began to notice. This is the only reported case of unauthorised access when over 18 million passengers were screened by TSA security checkpoints during the busiest Thanksgiving travel season ever, the TSA told CBS News and the BBC US News Today partner. Days after her arrest, no one has ever fully breached the TSA security screenings process. Really? Well, we've had stories about it before. This is probably the third or fourth one now. Someone is supposed to have got onto a plane without a boarding pass. After her arrest, Miss Dali unsuccessfully attempted to claim asylum in France. A source familiar with the matter told CBC she has flown back to New York earlier this month where she was taken into custody and charged with obtaining transportation on an aircraft without consent or permission. She appeared in court earlier this month. So I will put the story that I've done before about this, but this to me is impossible, and it's just prepping our minds to make us think it's so easy to do. So they might be having some sort of silly false flag planned to do with flying, to do with airlines, US, and some shit like that, yeah? And it's just so funny that she's Russian as well. But the things I want to know here is she's in the staff queue, but she's got in with the passengers now. So that doesn't make sense, because they're telling us in the story there were 2 queues, right? And also she managed to cut off her ankle monitor. So as I said, I know nothing about these things. How easy or how hard would it be to just cut one of those things off? I'm sure they're made to not be just broken off. So to me, this story is a load of BS. It really is. And as I said, flown to the US so many times, it's impossible. Peace out, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you like this video, don't forget to like. And if you haven't yet and you feel that this video has resonated with you, then subscribe. Peace out.